Here we are on another camping adventure. Welcome back. As promised, more fall camping. So today I'm out in a beautiful limestone Ontario lake. So what that means is the lake is a crystal clear, almost look bluish in the sunlight due to the limestone that's kind of the lake bed. So let's take a look at the new canoe. So this is a new canoe for you guys. This is the Woodstream. It's a 17-footer. Lots of room for gear there. So picked that up on Kijiji. It's had lots of love and needs some restoration, but it's good for today's adventures. So I'm going to be adventuring on this lake for the next couple of days, so let's have fun. I am shooting with my new cell phone, so I bought this off Amazon just to protect it while I'm out here on the water, especially when we're over the water. This lake is so incredibly clear. You can see a lot of the structures there and see the bluish tinge to it when the light hits it. It's so peaceful, incredibly quiet out here. As you saw earlier in the clips, it's quite a ways in here on some really backcountry roads, pretty rough towards the end of it, but it's so worth it. It's so peaceful out here. I'm looking forward to this weekend's trip. So the canoe's in. Let's take a look at the campsite. This area got really hit hard by that string of tornadoes back in May. Imagine being camping out here when that happened. Oy. So let's take a look. Again, it's a backcountry site, but you know, people are people and they make furniture. So as you can see here, there is like a little table, just like my other previous site, and there's this little kitchen overlooking the lake. So it is what it is. Lots of little trails all the way throughout here. And looking back that way, here is the fire pit. I brought some camp chairs this time, a nice spring. Canoe's big enough, why not? And here's the view from the fire pit right across the lake. Isn't that nice? Lots of good swimming here. I don't know if I'll be doing that, but it's kind of cool out today. It's 13 degrees. So I want to show you how you can kind of see down here into the crystal clear waters. Kind of see all the rocks and stuff. Isn't that neat? Just a beautiful, beautiful, quiet backcountry lake. Well, he's certainly happy to be at camp, aren't you? Just went for a little dip. Hey, it's fun. Just gonna get some water from some of this nice, clear, deep stuff with my little Canadian Be Free. So let's fill that up. All right, so what I do is I basically drag this across the water, take that off, obviously, and 1.5 liters of clear water. Then what you do is you just leave it kind of hanging up at camp, and you can just take this off and it filters. For last camping trip I had issues, you know, with this guy right here. The filter, it's really fine, like it's like a 0.1 micron filter, and it got really clogged up. I think the last time I used it, it was in an area where there's a little bit more, you know, sediment to it. So basically I tried all kinds of things. I went online and they said all kinds of things like soak it in vinegar, soak it in bleach, swish it around, do all kinds of stuff. I even went into like a local outfitter who sells the product to ask them about it, and they, you know, hadn't heard of it clogging up. I mean, the flow was abysmal. It was just dripping, you know, it was just like ridiculous. Like it's supposed to have a really good flow, like it's supposed to drain the bag in, you know, like several, you know, seconds, like under a minute or something, and it was just not doing that. So anyways, so what I did, and it's a hot tip off of YouTube, was I actually took this out, the filter out, and I soaked it in sort of distilled water. And swished around that, let it sit for like an hour, and my gosh, did that ever work. It actually worked to fix this. So it's back on track again. It has a really good flow. Good thing about the site, in the woods there are lots of mushrooms, so I just found a Lactarius delicious, so that's awesome. These are the ones that you kind of crack the top of them, they sort of exude a nice latex. You can see that one has an orange latex and the kind of the greenish color. I really like these ones. They have a really crunchy texture. And down here we have some, I think, chicken fat bolete. Just take a look at that. They're a little bit older, but the woods are just full. So that's the thing I like about camping in the fall. No bugs, cooler temperatures, great weather typically, and mushrooms. All right, so next up, looks like I'm gonna be making some lunch. I'm gonna be making quesadilla today. I haven't had one of those in eons, so I think it'd be a good idea to make that. So let's go do it. All righty, so I just got cheese and an onion to make pretty basic quesadillas today. So I've got my little setup from Princess Auto, the little cutting board here. So I'm just going to cut up a little bit of onion, not too much. And then I've got a really nice old cheddar here. You can see a Gustav cheddar, so we'll try that out. Gosh, it's a beautiful day. I think we're gonna get some pretty good weather. There might be some rain, as I alluded to in another one of my videos. So we'll kind of just enjoy each day as we get it. Enjoy this beautiful sunshine there behind me. Apologize, I'm a little bit backlit, but I just wanted you guys to have the better view other than staring at the cedars kind of behind me there. I'm just going to chop up this onion really fine. Somebody wants a giant chunk of onion, that's for sure. And I'm just going to kind of dice it a little bit. Try not to get chunks of my finger in the quesadilla. The only thing I did not bring was a cheese grater, but that's okay. We can sort of shave some cheese. Just show you this is the cheese I'm using. I am a huge cheese fan, so I decided to get something really nice for the camping trip. Right, found some spices, so we'll just do that. Ooh, looks good. If you want, you can put beans and whatnot in here. Here, I just got the cheese and the onions. Oh yeah. A little bit hot. Let me just put another one in here, and I'm going to flip this. Well, that was really enjoyable. I'm going to do some dishes right now, and I just want to show you a cool little camping hack. So if you take one of your little sponges or your J-cloths, cut them up into little tiny pieces, and then you can have a fresh one for each few days that you're doing your camping so they don't get all disgusting. So try it out. Well, the sun is out. It is glorious out here, so I'm going to go for a little swim. I think I'm going to go in this side because it looks like it's pretty shallow, and you can kind of go out. I'm really kicking myself for not bringing like a snorkel or flippers to this lake because this is really cool. There's a lot of little deep pools there, a lot of little caverns to kind of explore. But what you going to do? Ooh, it's cold. It's really cold. Ooh. 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 That's a... Ooh. That's really cold. Oh. Well, that was incredibly cold, but extremely refreshing. The air is nice and warm right now, so it's an awesome time of day to do swimming. Yay! I'm really kicking myself about the no snorkel and flippers thing. There's so many cool things to explore. And I love it because it's not really like these limestone lakes aren't really squishy at the bottom. They've got a lot of rocks covered in a little bit of algae and stuff like that, but nothing like you're going to sink into like muck or anything like that. So super nice kind of lakes. If you ever find one around your area, totally worth checking out. Well, one thing I realized, I brought this with me. I can actually take you guys on an underwater tour. Let's do it. If you guys can see the center of the screen there is a fish. Didn't bring my fishing scaff, and I'm a little disappointed I did not. Hope you guys enjoyed that little underwater footage there. Maybe something good came out of me losing my phone. It's getting different equipment, so I have that little pouch there now to kind of protect my phone, and we can have some underwater shots. So that was really cool. I'm just going to dry off and enjoy the afternoon, and maybe read a magazine or two. Royce is checking out our lake. There's a couple other campers on the lake, but that's okay. The more the merrier. Because this is a backcountry lake, there's no motors. It's just, you know, coming by canoe, kayak, or supboard. Seems like supboard camping is becoming more popular. You know, I don't know what you guys, if you guys are enjoying supboards. I haven't really used too many supboards, but they are kind of interesting. All right, so these are the magazines I'm reading. I ordered some wine from Annagh Winery in Newfoundland. I don't know if you guys know them. And in my order came a couple magazines. So this one, the Life is Better Down Home, some pretty cool articles. And I also have this one that came with it too. It's a Spring 2022 Inside Labrador. So this will be lots of fun. I'm going to be trying one of the Annagh wineries wines tonight, so I'll leave that a secret till later. I bought 6 bottles from them, and they have some amazing flavors with local fruit in them. So I'm really pumped out to try it. Stay tuned for tonight's supper. You will not be disappointed. Well, now I'm just going to go and explore in and around the camp. There's also little trails around here, which is awesome. Kind of mixed woodlands, got some cedars and red pine and stuff like that. Behind me, the thunderbox. Every one of these sites has one of those. Lots of mushrooms. Footing's a little treacherous, so you got to be careful. Lots of little bays in here. Lots of little points, places to explore. There's one right out here. This actually was an old campsite apparently back in the day, but they've moved it. It's a day use spot if you want to hike in here. But beautiful swimming right here. This would be a lot easier to get in. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, can't beat a day like today. Yeah, this time of year, I'm loving it. Lots of wintergreen here. You can see a lot of wintergreen berries. They'll stay on the plant over winter. And they're bolete right there. So yeah, they have a wintergreen flavor. So good. It's like chewing gum. Like a minty flavor. Delicious. Now you can see in here all the trees down. You can imagine being here during those tornadoes in May. Whew. Been really scary. The landscape's very different across Ontario during the path of that storm. Well, here's a wild edible. Here's some witch's butter. It's kind of like a jelly. This is an edible. So beautiful, and you'll see a lot of it this time of year and in the spring. Let's take a look here. Ooh yeah, found some lobster mushrooms. Look at that. These are gorgeous. Look at that. Fortunately, these are a bit rotten, so I'm not going to eat these, but this is what we're looking at. You can see it's a parasitized mushroom and very wormy, so we're not going to be eating that tonight. But here's another one. Like a week too late. Yuck. I hate when that happens. I hate when you're like a week late in foraging, but that's okay. There's lots of stuff around. But look at this. Oh yeah. Chanterelle. Ooh, a little bit eaten by bugs, but not bad. Well, good to know that there's still some chanterelles out. You know what they say, there's one, there's more, so we'll keep looking. This other mushroom I have in my hand here is a very young painted Suellus. This is good eating as well. So you can see it's kind of got a veil, but it's not quite detached yet. So this is another good eater. So I have a more mature Suellus here, and you can see the pores and the veil at the edge there where that came off. And how beautiful the cap is. And Stipe's a little bit chewed up here by bugs, but the cap, it's okay-ish. It's a season when asters and goldenrod are out. They're just so beautiful. One of my favorite woodland plants. Here's an interesting mushroom. Let's take a look. Ooh, this is a good one. This is a bluet. Awesome. I'm always wary of trying these guys because, I mean, Cortinarius, there's Cortinarius out there that kind of look similar, but they usually have like a little rusty veil. I don't see that on here, but Cortinarius, they're not very great to ingest. They will cause you major problems like kidney damage. So it's a beautiful bluet. Very mushroomy kind of smell. I don't know if you can appreciate it. It is violet in color. But this is a delicacy. But again, I'm always so worried about screwing it up and, you know, accidentally, ingesting Cortinarius that I just kind of identify them, take pictures, have a good sniff, and pop it back in the woods. There's another one right there. I'm going to kind of find them together. No more under there, but yeah, there you go. Yeah, you can see the purple color there. Isn't that beautiful? Well, the mosquitoes aren't gone yet. There's just a few left. Ticks are coming out. Well, they always have been out, but there's a spike usually in this area around fall time as well. So can't be too careful. So every night do a tick check. Wow, this has been pretty awesome, just hiking around behind camp. I mean, I haven't been out very long and found all kinds of different edible mushrooms, so that's fantastic. It's a great time of year. Well, it's getting a little bit darker out now, getting near supper time, so let's get the fire started. Tonight we'll have an awesome dinner. Let's check it out. Well, this is what we're having for dinner tonight. Deli black makhani dal. So that's what it's going to look like. And I've just got some basmati rice. This time I'm only doing 1 pouch. Last time I did 1 pouch for Birch and I, and it was like, no, I did 2 pouches, and it was like an extreme amount of rice. So I'm just going to do 1 pouch this time. Just going to measure out some water for the rice. Need 1 1/4 cups of water. Oops, there we go. That's better. It's not an amazing flow, but it works. I'm going to keep the dal warm here by the fire. I don't want it in the fire. I don't want it to get too sooty. That's why I never cooked it here, but I just need it to stay warm while I'm cooking the rice. All right, so I'm just making the rice, 1 1/4 cup of water to 1 pouch of basmati. It's going to be great. Well, it's a golden hour right now. It is beautiful outside. Take a look at my view. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So peaceful. It's going to be a beautiful night. Going to be cool, but I hope we hear some loons, some wolves, some owls. But there's something really interesting in the woods tonight. All right, so we are good. So I've got some rice here and the dal. Use a fork here, get some out. Oh yeah, it's going to be good. And then just going to put some of the dal on top. Oh my gosh, this smells amazing. I know it doesn't look amazing to you guys, but it is so tasty. Oh, it smells so good. All right, let's give this a try. Delicious. This is a little bit spicy, so it's going to keep me warm tonight. And it's like a good deal of food. Well, I paired this with a wine. Well, not intentionally paired it, but I've got it here in my little flask. It's actually from the Annagh winery in Newfoundland. It's their called Outport, and it is raspberry wine mixed with Newfoundland dark rum. So, this is going to be good. Let's give this a try. The color of it is like raspberry juice, basically. So it's like a nice pink color. Sorry you can't see it in my flask here, but we're going to try it. Let's give it a whirl. Well, that is a nice pairing. Actually, that's really good, actually, with spicy food. So you can taste the raspberries really, really strongly, because it is a raspberry wine, obviously. And that rum goes so nicely with it. Delicious. Well, can't think of a more perfect way to spend a Friday night. This is fabulous. Cheers, guys. And for dessert, I have a couple of chocolate cookies, and I don't know if you guys have tried these. These are Hershey Kisses. These are Hershey Kisses, but they call them like the Dracula or something. They're chocolate, and they have strawberry center in them, so it's really cool. I'm not a huge fan of Hershey Kisses, but these ones are really good. Strawberry in the center, to die for. It's awesome. Well, just enjoying sunset by the campfire. Royce is pretty tuckered out. He's in kind of guard dog mode now, listening to all the noises. Just gonna relax by the fire and have a good night's sleep tonight. Sounds like it'll be really quiet, no wind. I'm really hoping to hear some wildlife, to be honest. Well, have a good night. We'll see you in the morning.